Hi, in today's video, we will explore the power of inflation. We will look at the government's role and our part as individuals. We will explain how inflation impacts our daily lives. So sit back and relax while we explore this important topic. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices of goods and services rises, eroding the purchasing power of money. Essentially, when inflation occurs, each unit of currency buys fewer goods than it did previously. Imagine you have $10 and you want to buy a bottled water that costs $10. Perfect, right? But what if by next year, the same bottled water costs $12? That is, you would need more money to buy the same water. This is what inflation is. When the price of things go up over time, we call it inflation. But before we dive deeper to explain the concept of this topic and its associated risk, if you love the content of this video, do not hesitate to share this link with a friend and subscribe to this channel. Before we begin, let's take a look at the origin of the name inflation. The term inflation originates from the Latin word inflatio, which means a blowing up or a swelling. This word was used in English as early as the 14th century to describe the physical act of swelling or blowing up. By the mid of 19th century, it began to be in use in an economic context to describe the increase in the money supply and the corresponding rise in price, reflecting a puffing up of the economy. Now, let's look into history to see what happened when inflation is out of control. So our first example is Weimar Republic, known as Germany. After World War I, Germany owed a lot of money to other countries because of the Treaty of Versailles. To try and pay it all back, the German government printed tons of money. This caused a big problem called hyperinflation, which started in 1921 and got really bad by 1923. Prices went crazily high, like a loaf of bread costing 2 billion marks. By November of that year, people needed wheelbarrow to carry their money, and their saved up cash became worthless. This economic mess made people in Germany very unhappy and opened the door for Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party to come to power. Now let's take a look at the second example from history, which is Hungary in 1946. After World War II, Hungary was in bad shape. Their cities were destroyed. They owe a lot of money to other countries, and their government kept changing. Everything was messed up, so the Hungarian government started printing a lot of money to try to fix things. This caused a huge problem called hyperinflation, which started in 1946. Price went up super fast, like doubling every 15 hours. They even printed money with crazy high numbers. Imagine a bill worth $100 quintillion. By the end of this hyperinflation mess, the Hungarian government had to make a whole new kind of money called the forint to get things under control. Because of this hyperinflation, government savings and earning became worthless, making life very difficult for Hungarians. The new forint eventually helped things calm down and get economy back on track. Now let's take a look at the third example from history, which is Zimbabwe in the 2000s. Things weren't going well in Zimbabwe. Making bad choices about money, changing land ownership rule, and constant fighting in the government all hurt their ability to grow food and make money. This made the economy very weak. In the early 2000s, price started going crazily high, way faster than anyone could keep up with. It got so bad by 2008 that estimated prices were going up by like 89,000 trillion% in a single year. This is a number that is so big and hard to even imagine. Because of this, the Zimbabwean dollar became completely worthless. The government even tried printing money with super high numbers, like $1 trillion bill, but it didn't help. Life became very difficult for people in Zimbabwe. Many couldn't afford food, and many lost their jobs. Some even had to leave the country. At the end, Zimbabwe gave up on their own money and started using money from other countries instead. Here are some lessons and examples we can draw from the 3 historical causes of inflation. 1. The danger of printing too much money. 2. Importance of responsible government spending. 3. Importance of a stable currency. This historical example serves as a cautionary tale about the danger of hyperinflation. It highlights the importance of responsible economic policy and maintaining a stable currency. So we would like to ask, what happens when government prints too much money? Let's break it down. Imagine a school has a food store with only 10 apples. If there are 10 students with $1 each apple might cost $1. Now, if suddenly everyone has $5, but there is still only 10 apples, what happens? Because everyone has more money, they are willing to pay more for the apple. So the price of each apple might go up to $3, $4, or $5 because everyone can afford to pay more. Why does this happen? When there is more money in the economy, but the same amount of goods to buy, people will spend more to get what they want. Sellers notice this and raise prices. If there is too much money floating around, each dollar wasn't worth as much. It is like having a lot of something. For example, if you have a lot of apple, each apple might not worth much. This same goes for money. So in recap, when the government prints too much money, there is more money chasing the same amount of goods. This causes prices to rise because people are willing to pay more and the value of each dollar drops. This process is what is called inflation. So now let's flip the equation. What happens when goods or product is scarce in the economy? Scarcity means there is not enough of something to meet everyone's need. For example, if there are only 10 bread, but 20 people want them, that is, bread is scarce. How does scarcity cause inflation? Now, when there is not enough of something, like bread, and a lot of people want it, they will be willing to pay more to get it. So the scenario becomes like that of the highest bidder, causing the price to increase. Because everyone wants the scarce item, seller can raise the price. So if apples are scarce, the price of apples goes up because people are competing to buy them. So in recap, scarcity happens when there is not enough of something that people want. This makes people willing to pay more, and as a result, price goes up, causing inflation. Looking at these two sides, someone might ask, what is the most critical part of the economy? The most critical component of the economy can vary depending on the perspective, but many economists agree that consumer spending is one of the most vital elements. Consumer spending accounts for a large portion of the economic activity. When people buy goods and services, businesses make money, pay employees, and invest in production. High consumer demands encourage businesses to produce more and hire more workers, which reduces unemployment and boost overall economic health. Businesses make decisions about investment, production, and expansion based on consumer demand. Strong consumer spending signals businesses to grow and innovate. So now, in recap, consumer spending is critical because it drives the economic growth, stimulates production and employment, influences business decisions, and reflects the economic health. Without robust consumer spending, economy can struggle to grow and maintain stability. Now, in conclusion, we've seen the role of government in sustaining the economy and the role of individual, which is you and myself, in the economy. The government play a vital role in the economy, especially when goods are scarce, help manage resources, setting fair price, and providing support to those in need. When products are limited, people's spending habits change. They might need to buy less or seek alternatives. The government can also encourage consumer spending by creating jobs and ensuring that money flows smoothly through the economy. By working together, we can overcome challenges and ensure that everyone has what they need. The government action, combined with smart spending by consumers, can help keep the economy strong and stable. I'm sure by now, we've not been able to cover every aspect of inflation in details, but the few parts we've touched today, I'm sure everyone quite understands. If yes, do not forget to share this video with friends. If you would love Lujudo to shed more light in any area in inflation, do not forget to drop a comment in the comment section. Thank you for being a part of this channel. My name is Phillips. See you in the next video.